Make sure just in case.
That's good.
Yeah, we got a bunch of tourniquets for you, Carl.
From the farm. Johnson said George so I can get out of the farm.
Nah, I have confidence in you, buddy. Hey, Jody, you want to remove your badge and your other stuff?
In a second. So he said.
What's that? Oh, we're getting ready to put the tape on him now.
Not really.
All right.
God dang. Come off of him. Leave him alone.
Back away from him.
Leave him alone.
Oh, I know I'm wrong for that, but that is hilarious. Why would you think that throwing a sheet over a gator's eyes is gonna keep it from biting you? Ooh. Same way, why would you think that trying to stop the Golden State Warriors was gonna be successful for you? Oh, did I just draw that parallel? That was very uncalled for. Oh, that was terrible. Oh, I'm sorry to all my LeBron fans out there. Pastor Lewis Tucker. I'm sorry. I won't call people names. Pastor Lewis Tucker. I'm just so apologetic. But that video, let me tell you something. People, leave animals alone. They not bothering you. And if you're going to subdue a crocodile, it's okay to get you a gun with some darts and some drugs. That's okay. The word of God says clearly, wisdom is the principal thing. Jesus, that was a lack of wisdom. And it's hilarious. Y'all see when that gator grabbed his arm, he rubbing his arm like a 4-year-old who just got popped in the mall. He was like, I'm sorry for laughing. Sorry, not sorry. So Akintunde Show, aka the Grown Man Podcast. Time to get it started, family. Start the show. Start it. Akintunde. To add water, you don't have to add flour, you have to add eggs, just shake and pour. Each bottle makes 12 cupcakes or 1 full cake. Cutie Cakes, cupcakes in a bottle. That's our sponsor today on the Grown Man Podcast. We got a special show today. My good friend from last week, Chris, aka Mr. Carolina, will be joining us in just a little bit. We'll be having our moratorium, post-mortem. For the Cleveland Cavaliers today. Now, I know getting a lot of salt, a lot of hate from Cavs fans. It's okay. I appreciate you. I understand. I'd be salty too. I would be too. And I have a lot of respect for LeBron James. But let me say this right here. To everyone who thinks that LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan, okay, who is the greatest player of that LeBron James is the greatest of all times. Last week was an example that he's not. Okay, I'm just saying. Don't get mad at me. Let's look at the facts. Okay, Michael Jordan would have lost that series. Oh, I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that. Write your comments in the comment line. It's okay with me. But again, Chris, aka Mr. Carolina, will be joining me in just a little bit, and we're gonna recap the series. Plus, okay, we're gonna talk about. We actually did we recorded the show last week with our predictions, so you'll be able to see if our predictions were in fact correct. If the sweep, the broom, was actually correct, and I cannot take credit for this. The wonderful producers here at Freethinkers Radio have named this show the LeBroom Show. That's terrible. It is, but it's funny. LeBroom Show, and talking about the fact that LeBron and the Cavs got swept. So Chris and I are going to talk about if we're actually going to have where LeBron is going. And Darren, I know we're breaking format, but so are we going to bring Chris in just a little bit? Just like whenever I introduce him, or we're gonna bring him in after the break before we play? Okay, gotcha. So, yeah. So Chris is gonna be coming in at the end of the interview today. You're gonna see him on screen in just a little bit. That is actually the prediction show that we shot last week. I'm telling you that because I want you to understand that what we said was shot before the actual outcomes. Okay, so we are sports prophetic. Or pathetic, however you want to categorize that. Let me do this right here before I move on. Let me do a huge shout out, personal shout out, if you can humor me for a minute, to two of my children, Kalia Elaine and Jaleel Malik, my son and my daughter, who have graduated. Kalia graduated from high school on last week from River Springs. I'm not River Springs. Dog it, the new school. What's the new school and how you forget the doggone school? It's a shame. Anybody should really get me. I know she's gonna get me for this right here. What's a new school and why am I having a brain freeze? The new school. I'm panicking now because I can't remember my child's school that she just graduated from. Not Dutch Fork. The new school in not River Bluff. No, that's other side. No, y'all get me. I'm digging a hole for myself. It's getting deeper. Jesus, red and white. My daughter graduated from high school last week. That's a dang old shame. I'm in trouble. Somebody Google. And Jaleel graduated from college. I know this Art Institute because I paid them consistently. But Art Institute of Charlotte, he actually graduated last year. The ceremony is Thursday. I do know that. Thursday. And Kalia graduated from high school last week. She goes off to USC Beaufort coming up at the end of this summer. But God dog, I'm so thrown by the fact that God dog it. It's a shame. I'm about to go on Facebook right now. Live. I'm sorry. This is bothering me that I forgot my doggone the name of my child's school. And in fact, you can't remember something and you get to panicking and it just gets worse and worse. I wish this is one of the moments when Darren was right up on the screen what I need to remember. And it's a ton. There we go. Jesus. Spring Hill. God dog it. That's a shame. How did I forget that? I'm panicking. Charges to the head, not to the heart. But my girl graduated, and she graduated with her cosmetology degree in addition to her high school diploma. So proud of her for having to, you talking about a person who actually had a barber's license when I was in high school. I'm sorry, after I finished high school. So it ain't easy. It's not easy to get a barber's license or a cosmetology license. And she has her high school diploma and her cosmetology license. I'm so messed up. What's this what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and go to break. When I come back, you're gonna see this wonderful interview that Chris and I recorded last week. All right. We actually predicted what was gonna happen with the NBA Finals. All right, check that out. So all you sports haters, I'm sorry, anybody who are, I'm sorry, not sports haters, LeBron or Jordan haters, whichever one category you fit into, you'll get a little bit of that too in this conversation. All right. He's the host of the Walk-Ons. And he's also has his own, would that be a cooking show or a restaurant taste? Food and travel-based show. He's got 2 shows on Freethinkers Radio, and he got another full-time. Good job. Oh, good dude here. He's gonna make somebody a good husband one day. Hey, fam, stay right there. When I come back, that's what you're gonna see, and then we're gonna come back at the end and talk about where is LeBron James going. Like, where's Waldo? That's the question right now. Is gonna be where is LeBron next season? Stay right there, fam. This is the Akintunde Radio Show, aka the Grown Man Podcast, broadcasting on the Freethinkers Radio Network. I need to call my daughter and apologize for forgetting her high school name on live on Facebook. Stay right there. Ox Show. I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. You're inside the Akintunde Show, aka the Grown Man Podcast. We'll be right back. The Akintunde Show is sponsored in part by Atomic Design. Set the stage for maximum effect for your next live event with Atomic Design. Whether live event production, set design, custom set construction, or modular rental scenery, Atomic Design is the company for you. Official set designer of my upcoming live comedy special, Akintunde Because I Said So. Learn more about the captivating capabilities of Atomic Design. Give them a call today at 717-626-4408 and tell them Akintunde told you to call. Atomic Design, atomicdesign.tv.
$26 logo designs. Need a logo like the ones here? Go to JaleelMakesLogos.com for yours today. JaleelMakesLogos.com. $26 logo designs. Need a logo like the ones here? Go to JaleelMakesLogos.com for yours today. JaleelMakesLogos.com.
Hey, what's up, family? The Akintunde Because I Said So Jokes and Music Tour has officially begun. Savannah, Georgia was lit. Moncks Corner was gas. Germany was spectacular. Hollywood, Florida was off the chain. The tour is rolling, and we just added some dates. For my full schedule, including speaking engagements, log on to my website.
The 2014 Dove Award Comedian of the Year.
It's the Akintunde Live Because I Said So Jokes and Music Tour coming to a city near you. And if it's not, do something about it. Give us a call at 1-800-280-0094. That's 1-800-280-0094. Or hit me on my website. That's akintunde.net. That's AKINTUNDE.net. Because I Said So Jokes and Music Tour coming to a city near you. I'ma see y'all when I see y'all. Peace. I'm laughing. If y'all knew something happened behind the scenes, I'm telling you, the best stuff is behind the scenes. What's up, family? Grown Man Podcast, aka the Akintunde Show. This is our official NBA Finals prediction show. That's right. So when y'all are seeing this particular show, just recognize that we actually filmed this last week. Okay, when as we were filming this show, okay, the series is 2-0. Okay, so I have a special guest from the Walk-Ons radio show right here on the Freethinkers Radio Network. I'm gonna let him introduce himself, tell him about himself. Come on, sir. What's up, baby?
Listen, it's your man Cali Chris from the Walk-Ons, also from Food Trippin'. I am your sports reporter. I got all the information you need. I am Team LeBron. I got LeBron Cape with me every time.
Wow.
We're gonna get into that though.
Wow. And you know what?
Right
you know what I appreciate better than anything? I appreciate your faith.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's what you need right now.
Faith like a mustard seed. That's what the Bible say? Like a mustard seed. I got it.
And you know what? All this trash I'm about to talk, it would be bad if by now the Cavs have come back. It would be bad if we still playing. Because by my estimation, by my prediction, by this time, this series will be over. So we're recording this on Tuesday the 5th. By next week, this series should be over in my mind. Let me tell you what's about to happen.
Nope.
What's about to happen, y'all? Now what you see over in that corner right there up against that brick wall right there, that's a broom.
Wow.
Here we go, baby.
Wow.
Sweep around your whole front.
Yo, you mad disrespectful right now. I'm just saying, you mad disrespectful.
Sweep.
It's cool though. It's cool.
Sweep.
It's all good. Get your jokes off now.
Sweep. Oh, yeah. That's what's about to happen.
Next week, we ain't gonna see that though. I'm telling you, it's not gonna happen.
I appreciate your face, sir.
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate it. Shout out to Lewis Tucker, Pastor Lewis Tucker, pastor of my church, Lynchburg, Virginia. Maybe y'all either tied or y'all right either up above or just below each other as the most passionate LeBron James supporters, defenders they are in this world. So shout out to y'all. But go ahead, defend your position on why you think that Cleveland will have somehow survived your prediction. Why do you think so?
Because we've been surviving. Let's look at it. Okay, so in the Boston series, everybody said after Boston was up 2-0, it's over, body bag them, send them home, it's a wrap.
Okay.
What ended up happening? Cleveland's right here.
But you're not talking about
right here.
Again.
In the finals. Again.
You talking about the Warriors. You're not talking about Boston.
So LeBron and they beat the Warriors a few years ago?
Yeah, but
they were down in that series too?
Truth be told, the Warriors, what they did, and I know a lot of people, including Pastor Tucker, a lot of people talk bad about this, but what the Warriors did, they went and put together an old school Steve Austin team. I'm talking about a straight bionic man team. They went and got some killers, some heavy hitters.
Killers?
To be able to deal with LeBron.
Who's a killer?
Killers.
On that team? Who?
Huh? What?
Who? You mean Draymond, the fake tough guy? Who else? Who you got? Because you're not going to sell me the Steph a killer. Y'all not going to sell me on that.
9 3-pointers in one game.
Nah, fam.
Series record, NBA Finals record.
Steph is a finesse player.
Finesse?
He is a finesse player. If you make him work on defense, guess what? He's not doing none of that. The Cavs just didn't make him work the other night. That's all it is.
How do you call coming down and popping?
Finesse.
Like they soda cans.
Listen.
9 3-pointers.
If you put a body on Steph and make him work, it's not happening. Period.
Okay.
It's not happening.
You got to defend it. You got to cite some instances where somebody put some weight on.
In the Rockets series, where was he? They were D'ing him up the entire time. He was working. You ain't see this in the Rockets series. That's why they went straight to 7. They made him work for every bit of that.
Okay.
Cleveland just ain't been making him work lately. They've been making some boneheaded plays, and I don't know what happened the other night with the switching, but it was just all off balance.
Now, I'm sure you probably, I already probably know what your position is on this. But game 1, everybody talked about the fact that Golden State had 3 additional players on their team, i.e. the referees, which I thought was, I saw what they were talking about with the call. I mean, don't miss what I'm saying. But guess what? I think the biggest issue was the mistake that one of their players made and running the clock out as opposed to scoring. To me, that's the biggest issue. The refs wouldn't have been the issue had their very own player wouldn't have made that huge mistake.
Well, I'm gonna give it to you like this. I got a couple things to say on that, actually. Might surprise people.
Okay.
Let's go back to that call, that charge block, whichever one it was. Guess what? LeBron, that call should not have gone your way. It wasn't a legal play. Like, they called it correctly.
Okay. Oh, wow.
It's that simple.
Wow.
That was actually a makeup call from the previous 2 plays where they missed it and should have gave Cleveland the calls. So they tried to do a makeup call, but when it's under the 2 minutes, they can review it. They should have done that. If that play had happened before that 2-minute mark, you wouldn't have had this. It would have been the call that they originally called, and Cleveland would have kept the ball and continued on.
Wow.
Now, transition on later. Before we get to George Hill missing one of his free throws, we got to talk about Kevin Love with his stupid foul. We got to talk about Kyle Korver. How are you a 3-point specialist and you foul a 3-point shooter on the 3-point line? You've been in the league way too long to do this. That's a rookie mistake. So those things lead up to this. Now we get to George Hill. You're 81% for free throw for your 10-year career. You should not miss this shot. These are free throws. Nobody's stopping you. You're just standing. It's you and the basket.
Right.
No one is in your face.
Right.
Make your shot. You get paid too much not to make the shot. JR. You remember how they used to say
he got confused.
Listen, you remember how they say who shot JR? You remember that? LeBron was ready to shoot JR. That's exactly what happened just there. I don't know why you're trying to clear out with 4.7 seconds left on the clock in a finals game. I don't know how you thought you were up. The court awareness. I don't know. At this point, it's neither here nor there. Now let's get to LeBron and Ty Lue. Either one of them could have called a timeout. Now, granted, initially, you're not expecting JR to clear out. You expect him to shoot the shot.
Right.
Okay, once we get to 2.7 seconds, he's not shooting the shot. So LeBron tells him, he points in the direction to go, shoot the shot. He passes it to George Hill. LeBron, no, at that point, don't tell him to shoot the shot.
Yeah.
He's clearly not paying attention.
Yeah.
You call the timeout.
Yeah.
Now, Ty Lue, you're the coach. Brad Stevens in the previous series, when they had 8 seconds left on the clock, he came running from the other end of the court to call a timeout for his team.
Right.
Ty Lue, what are you doing? Why are you not aware of this? You're not on the court, so you got to be doing something. You're the easiest person to call the timeout right now. You got to take responsibility for that. But my biggest gripe with LeBron, and like I said, I got the LeBron cape on at all times.
Right.
As a leader, you can't do that to your team. Any coach will tell you, okay, you get a situation like that. You don't just distance yourself from the team and, okay, I'm done with everybody here right now. You don't want to talk to anybody. No, you rally the troops because y'all still have 5 minutes left to go play again. It's tied. You're not down.
Right.
The game's not over. You
Right.
can still win this.
Right.
Rally the troops. Talk to JR. Hey, listen, I know you messed up, but now you owe me. Let's go ball out for this next 5 minutes. Let's go get this dub. His body language reflects intensity. Once the team sees he's lost hope in the game, they're done. Because he's been carrying this team this entire season. They're done once they see he's lost hope.
Chris,
and that's where that went.
Let me say this to you.
Yes.
I highly respect you. And let me tell you why. Because you are what I call an objective LeBron James fan.
Yeah.
You can see the flies in the ointment. Okay?
Yeah.
You can see that there's some issue there and that what needs to be worked out. You're not so encompassed in who LeBron is or who you think he is or who you want him to be that you can't see the mistakes and the shortcomings. Now, I can tell you this right here. Here's an argument that I've had. And it's a hard shift now. I'm about to go a hard shift.
Okay.
Michael Jordan would not have made that mistake. What I've always said about Michael Jordan is this.
Okay.
With all of Michael Jordan flaws off the court. Let me preface this by saying this. If anybody asks me who I respect more as a man, I respect LeBron James more as a man. He has never, as far as we know, disrespected his wife. He has been a husband to one wife. You don't hear the side chick drama. You don't hear all the craziness out there. He supports his community.
There's a little rumors on Twitter. Rihanna kind of extra. Every few seasons we get a little bit more. A little bit of that, but yeah.
Rumors.
Continue.
But I'm talking about Jordan was flagrant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jordan was straight ludicrous. He got pros in different area codes. Okay, as it pertains to LeBron James, I love him for that. Now, but when it comes to leadership, Michael Jordan would lead the troops. Michael Jordan knew how to get in their face. How many times you seen Michael Jordan walking down the court and you can read his lips? He and Scottie Pippen ear. What the?
That's all the time.
He going off. He like, come on, Scottie. And then Scottie looking like, man, because he know he done messed up. Or they would be in the huddle, and you would think Phil Jackson is the assistant coach and Michael Jordan is the coach. He going off to get everybody straight. And that's what leadership is. Like, hey man, it's 8 seconds left, or 4 seconds left, or 2 seconds left. Let's do this. You do this. You do that. Come on, man. Let's get this. As you said, by your own admission, LeBron James began to check out there because he was heated, rightly so. But as the leader on the court, his job is to rally the troop, not get ticked off with the troops. And it ain't over till the clock says 0.
Exactly. I think part of the problem also with LeBron particularly is in 2018, the brand that he's built, it's almost as if he's trying to protect the brand so much like, okay, I can't react in the way I want to react. He probably wanted to fight JR right here, but I can't curse him out right now. I can't fight him right here because there's cameras watching. I have a brand to protect. It's too much money. He's averaging $2 million a week.
Yeah, $2 million.
There's too much money coming in
Yeah.
for me to just do this and to potentially lose sponsors, endorsements, whatever the case may be. So,
and there's a degree of that's wisdom, and I appreciate that. Him not, making a fool out of himself or his team.
But sometimes you gotta let somebody know. I'll tell you right now, I'm not here for it. I don't care. We got brands. Guess what? Brands are still going to support me. I made enough money to where, hey, we're still going to work with me. Nah.
But see, I agree with you on that. I agree. I mean, I don't think you should ever lose your character. Yeah. I don't think you should ever step out of your character of who you are. But again, I do understand the element of sometimes you got to get in your people's face. At the end of the day, this is battle. And at the end of the day, this is a team sport. You don't win this by yourself, and you got to get everybody involved somehow.
Because think about it. Just like you said, Jordan didn't care. And here we are. How many years later Jordan's been retired? And he's still got one of the top brands around the world.
That's probably David Pendergrass's question, but
that's what I'm saying. So your brand is still gonna, if you got a good brand, it's still gonna continue on.
Yeah,
people are gonna even respect you even more. That fact, okay, this is what we wanted from you.
Well, to that point, the fact that we still having this conversation, and I'm before I get your predictions on this series right here, where do you stand on the whole question of LeBron James greatest of all times or Michael Jordan greatest of all times? I know I get heat every time I bring this up. I know one of my best friends in the entire world, Pastor Lewis Tucker, he be on me about this whole thing, and he goes in on social media and on anybody who comes against LeBron James. But Chris, where do you stand as Jordan or is LeBron?
Me personally, I would say LeBron because I think it's a generational thing. I came up in high school when LeBron was just getting into the league. So it's almost like I feel like I've grown up with LeBron.
Right.
I didn't grow up per se with Jordan for everything. At least when I was younger, I would see the games, but I really wasn't focused in on exactly what was going on.
Okay.
With LeBron, like I followed him since he graduated high school all the way through now.
Okay.
It's like, okay, we're only a couple of years apart. Okay, I feel like I've grown up with you, so I recognize your game more. I've seen more of you live in person. I can remember those moments when you hit that game winner when he was with the Cavs previously.
Okay.
So like stuff like that, I remember that. I think that's where the divide is. The people that grew up watching Jordan exclusively in the 90s, like, okay, they remember those moments. They remember the ELO moment. Like, that's ingrained in their memory.
Right.
Whereas some of the younger generations, like, okay, they didn't see that firsthand. You can see YouTube videos, but it's not the same as being in the moment.
It's not.
So
it's not.
I think that's where it falls.
So in other words, what you're saying is, and I appreciate your sentiment, you're saying that you believe that LeBron James is the greatest of all time by default.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm saying, as someone who was actively a sports fan in the 80s and the 90s, and someone who is still somewhat a sports fan, for full disclosure, I am not a well-versed sports fan. I don't consume sports, basketball, or football. The only thing I follow closely is boxing. The reason why is because it's only 3 or 4 big fights a year. Okay. And with my schedule, I can afford to enjoy boxing without being totally vested.
Oh, I got a question for you about that in a minute.
Huh?
I got a question for you about that in a minute then.
Okay.
We continue.
But as it pertains to football and basketball, I just don't have the time with my schedule and my wife and my 5 children. They kind of consume a lot of my mental, physical, and entertainment energy. That said, dude, Michael Jordan, Chicago Bulls, son, word is born, son. I'm telling you, kid.
Listen.
Y'all don't want nothing, son. I'm telling you. And all these fantasy basketball games about what Jordan would do, what LeBron would do to Michael Jordan, again, all that's well and good. But at the end of the day, I don't know, what is Jordan, 56? Okay, he's easily pushing 60 right now. And I know I hear the tales about Jordan playing against his own players up in Charlotte and all that. But at the end of the day, Michael Jordan, 1995, 1993, 1996, you cannot compare it.
Who did Michael Jordan have on his team?
Of course, he had Rodman. He had Pippen.
Hall of Famer.
Yeah, but here's the whole thing. I will say this right here. LeBron James, the NBA today and the NBA 1990s and the late 80s, that ain't the same NBA.
It's not.
You had some legends playing basketball, and I know people say, "Oh, by the time Jordan came along, Magic was falling out of his prime." This is pre-HIV Magic. This is just before, like, you find that Magic had HIV. I get that.
This is Showtime Magic.
It's still, I still disagree with that. It was still remnants of Showtime Lakers.
Remnants, okay.
And so I would say that people are the comparison against the caliber player that Michael Jordan was playing against. I'm talking about Karl Malone. I'm talking about Akeem Olajuwon. I'm talking about Patrick Ewing. I'm talking about Larry Bird. I'm talking about Magic Johnson. You're talking about some dominating players. Reggie Miller, Charles Barkley. Even though Barkley never got a championship. And
Barkley's underrated. Barkley's highly underrated.
Wow! I'm getting more and more respect.
I'm just saying, Barkley is highly underrated.
Wow.
Like, Shaq loves to throw around, he got a ring. That's fine and good, but who were you on a team with, Shaq? Barkley is highly underrated.
Do you hear this, young man?
Highly.
Dude!
Barkley, honestly, you could put Barkley in the conversation as one of the greatest players to ever play, like in top 5, honestly, just because of his physical makeup and what he did.
What he had to overcome.
Yeah. So I'm like,
yeah,
he highly underrated in my opinion.
Yeah. Charles Barkley is definitely underrated. And of course, a lot of that comes from the fact when you that good and you don't get a ring, okay?
Yeah.
So I mean, but again, I still don't think that I get it. We live in the age of fantasy football. But you'll never have a fantasy basketball game where Jordan and LeBron can play each other equally. It doesn't make sense. It would never make sense. And I mean, and then here's the whole thing. And I'm hearing people saying that LeBron is faster than Jordan. I'm like, what are y'all talking about?
Listen,
what?
Have you seen LeBron's closing speed? Have you seen this?
Closing?
Have you seen LeBron come full court?
Yeah.
You remember when they won the ring that year?
Man.
How far LeBron came?
Chris.
To knock that off the glass.
Chris, I'm not saying that LeBron James can't run down the court fast. But I'm talking about foot speed. I'm talking about, I can tell you right now, Michael Jordan was an ankle breaker. And like Kobe Bryant is Michael Jordan basketball son. Kobe Bryant is an extension of Jordan. So that skill, that movement, that speed that Kobe exhibited, that's because he studied Michael Jordan. His body movements, that's Michael Jordan. That's Jordan-esque. And what I'm saying is you have to take all of that in context. I can tell you right now, one-on-one, Michael Jordan would break LeBron James' ankles just because of how Jordan was sick. Because here's another thing. Once LeBron leave the ground, that's where he going. If he going right and up, he going right and up. Jordan might leave the ground going right and up, and then in the middle of it, he just say, you know what? I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna lay it off on the completely other side of the rim just because I can.
I hear you, but no. I'm sorry. No.
Go ahead, Chris. I done talked the whole lot. Go ahead.
Look at the team LeBron is taking right now. These are crumbs. Jordan Clarkson? Seriously? Then Doug Gottlieb had the audacity yesterday to say that Cedi Osman should be starting instead of JR. No. LeBron what does he have right now? He is literally carrying this team full of crumbs.
Wow.
To the finals, or in the finals now, but to a ring, potentially.
But here's the thing, Chris. We almost out of time. Here's the thing. Dr. J said it best. Basketball is a team sport. So LeBron is not doing this by himself.
So you say it's a team sport, right?
Yes.
I never hear anybody mention Michael Jordan's teammates. All I hear about is Jordan.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, everybody makes it seem like Jordan just won this by himself.
No, you don't.
Nobody wants to acknowledge Scottie and Dennis.
Cartwright, Pippen.
You're the first person I've heard say that.
Come on, I mean, you talking about some legends.
I'm just saying, nobody wants to talk about it. Well, Jordan took his team, Jordan led them. Okay, we're not acknowledging what help he had around him, so why is it a problem? LeBron.
Go back and study. Go back and look at
I've seen it.
Look at the team.
I still got Michael Jordan's playground. I still got the VHS tape Michael Jordan's playground. I've seen it. I got the VHS.
Here's the question, what you playing it on? That's the question.
Listen. I got to find something to play it on, but I still got it. I'm just saying.
Well, okay. All right. I'm going to give you 60 seconds to give your predictions for this series.
Cavs in 7. Until somebody beats LeBron, until you do it, I'm riding with LeBron.
Okay. Cavs in 7.
Cavs in 7.
So if they lose this game, what is this? This is
game 3 coming up tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
Yep.
If they lose this game tomorrow night, you still in there.
Yeah. Until you beat them.
All right.
Cavs in 7.
I appreciate you.
Oh yeah.
See people here. That's the faith you need. That's mustard seed faith, right?
Gotta have it.
Okay. That's the faith you need when you're in a bad situation. Like, nah, it ain't over yet. I don't care what the doctor said. It ain't over yet.
Now, J.R. Smith, I need you to have that faith too.
I'm gonna get me a job. I don't care what. I'm gonna get this money. I'm gonna save my house. Whatever it is.
You got to. That's what you need.
Grown Man Podcast. This is a Freethinkers Radio mashup. Walk-Ons radio show and Grown Man Podcast. NBA Finals predictions. He's going with
the Cavs.
The Cavs in 7. And I'm going with.
Here we go.
I'm going with.
All right, heard you.
Golden State in 4.
We're going to see what you're saying next week.
Get the broom out, baby.
All right.
Get the broom out.
All right. Capes out, LeBron. We here. We flying.
Of course, when we come back, y'all, again, I told you we record this last week. So when we come back, real time, either I'm going to be eating crow or I'm going to be saying like, what?
I might make another guest appearance.
Yeah. All right.
Coming
I'm
through.
going to hold you to it. I'll hold you to it.
All right.
Akintunde Show, aka the Grown Man Podcast. Stay right there. Let's play some commercials, pay some bills. We'll be right back, family. Aksha.
Hello, my name is Unissa with the Assignment Agency, and our goal is to provide quality Christian, uncompromising artists and speakers for your events and conferences. So whether it's comedy, music, poetry, or a keynote speaker, we can provide someone who's tailor-made for your event.
Just give us a call at 1-800-280-0094. That's 1-800-280-0094. Or log on to theassignmentagency.com. That's theassignmentagency.com. The Assignment Agency, bridging the gap between ministry and industry.
What? What, son? What? Huh? Let me show you where the Cavs are right now. This is where the Cavs are right now. They're in the Dutch pan. Because they got sweat. Y'all see him on the screen. Got his shades on. Chris, a.k.a. Mr. Carolina. What's up, man?
These are troubling times. Very troubling times.
You mourning?
Just a little bit. Allergies acting up a little bit, so yeah.
Somebody said earlier, even David Adair said, you look like Bone Thugs and Harmony. Meet me at the Crossroads video.
The Cavs are at a crossroads right now.
I'm gonna miss everybody. I'm gonna miss everybody.
Me and LeBron are gonna miss everybody on the Cavs.
Oh wow! So let's jump right on into it. Of course, I'm sorry. I have to do this just because. Nothing personal. You said Cavs in 7.
I did.
Okay.
I did.
That would mean the Cavs will still be playing now.
This is true.
And that's not the case. Okay.
Unfortunately, it's not.
So I'm not gonna harp on that. I appreciate you for not jumping ship and starting to go against your team or doubt your team when they were down. That's commendable. However, the details on the series. What happened, Chris? Again, Chris will be coming up on the Walk-Ons radio show, coming up tonight on Freethinkers Radio. So stay tuned. Don't go away. Coming up just in a little bit. But go ahead, man. What happened?
Everything went wrong. It started in game 1. That's really where everything just took a dive.
Okay.
So we talked ad nauseum. Everybody's seen JR missed a shot. Or, excuse me, JR didn't take a shot. George Hill missed a shot.
Right.
LeBron Tyler, nobody called a timeout.
Right.
Then we find out at the end of game 4, after we got swept, that LeBron decided to punch a blackboard because he was upset after game 1.
Wow.
In which he did something to his hand, not necessarily a break, but he said it felt like a broken hand.
Right.
And we can tell that something affected him because ever since game 1, he didn't shoot anything outside of 15 feet.
To get to that point, I knew something was up. I mean, of course, I had no idea he broke his hand or messed his hand up. But of course, I didn't watch game 4 because I had graduation last Friday, so I checked the game after, like in the midst of our graduation party, and I was like, LeBron only got 20 points. I was like, dang, really? I mean, in game 4. So, how big a factor do you think his hand was in what happened?
Not really much at all, honestly. I think
Really?
it's more mental than anything. LeBron checked out.
Interesting.
At a certain point, LeBron was just like, listen, I'm ready. Like, he didn't want the series to continue. He knows he's not staying here. He's the only one he feels like giving the most effort, so why am I going to wear myself out? Let's go ahead and get this over with, and we can move on.
Okay, see, and if I may, to all the people, I know I'm going to get hate and heat for this, but see, to me, that's where you separate LeBron James from Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, I don't, and David, correct me if I'm wrong. David Pendergrass, one of the producers in the back, running the board in the video. But man, Jordan was a play to the zeros. He played to the confetti drop. I think that's the difference between LeBron James, who to some degree you could argue is about to be an NBA journeyman, a championship journeyman, but compared to Jordan hung in there and would lead the troops, flawed as he was off court. Yes, Michael Jordan was a jerk. Yes, Michael Jordan was a womanizer. LeBron James is not. He's a family man. He's a wonderful businessman. Michael Jordan is too. But my point is that Jordan would stay in the pocket and run that team, run that court.
LeBron wants to lead the team, but from a sense of everyone on the team is contributing equally, and he'll lead that team. Having to lead a team where you are hands down the best player and no one is even close anywhere around you, he doesn't want to do that. And
Why?
honestly, because that's not how he constructed his team. If you watch the team in Miami, that was all set up.
Yeah.
Okay, who can play what position? How well do we gel together?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
He saw that's the only way he's going to get a ring. He wasn't going to win it with that 07 team he had. With Mo Williams and Boobie Gibson and all that. He wasn't going to win it.
Okay.
He went to Miami. They constructed that. 2 rings.
Right.
Okay. D-Wade's getting up in age. Those knees are going slowly but surely.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We can't do this so much longer.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he knew a little bit about Bosh's situation in advance. So taking that into account.
Right.
Okay, Kyrie's up here in Cleveland. I can go back home and deliver them a ring like I promised.
Right.
So the moves he made, okay, trade that pick, get Kevin Love here. We can make this work.
Yeah.
He gets there. That team was constructed to beat the Spurs. Because at that time, the Spurs were their biggest threat. Nobody saw Golden State and this juggernaut team coming. So when he had built that team, they had built for the Spurs, they could have beat the Spurs easily every year. But then when Golden State came along, that threw out the plan, and we've already made the moves now. So we're stuck. Now we got to figure out how to beat them.
And this is Golden State pre-Kevin Durant.
Yes.
Yeah. And Kevin Durant did the same thing that LeBron did.
Yeah, LeBron laid the blueprint. Kevin Durant just followed the map to the treasure.
He sure did. He sure did. And getting it.
And you can't be mad at that.
Can't be mad at it.
LeBron, you were the pioneer for this. You led the way.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant would just step higher with it. Okay, I'm going to go to a team that has already constructed the pieces and they have player development.
See, that could have been my comeback for Pastor Tucker. Me and my friend Pastor Tucker was on the phone, I don't know, probably a couple weeks ago, and we was going back and forth about the fact that he said what he said was one of his defense of LeBron James. Well, he was like, Golden State had to go get Kevin Durant, and who else did they bring in to kind of fill this new team out, but that wasn't there before.
Prior to Kevin?
Yeah. I thought they brought in Kevin Durant and somebody else. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not as well versed as
it's
a lot of y'all.
It's escaping my mind right now.
Okay. But my point is, he was like saying that LeBron, like that Golden State had to go and get Kevin Durant and to put together this super team. Or Kevin Durant had to get with Golden State to win the championship. I think
it works both ways.
Yeah.
He needed them, and they semi-needed him as well. When LeBron and Kyrie and Kevin Love beat them in 2016, Golden State realized, okay, they can beat us. Nobody knew Kyrie was going to ask for that trade.
Right.
So at that point, they're looking like, okay, Kyrie is killing it right now. LeBron's playing on Kevin Love's. They can beat us.
Right.
So we need something.
Right.
Kevin Durant, that just, in a sense, it worked out for everybody.
Yeah,
it's mutually beneficial.
Yeah.
So he wants a ring. He can help y'all close the door on the Cavs at this point. In the last 2 seasons,
that's exactly what they did.
And shot lights out.
Real talk. Well, with that said, we run out of time. Here's my question for you. Is LeBron James staying or is he going? That's the question.
Oh, he's going. The Cavs funeral services are going to be tonight around 8 p.m. Make sure you tune in for that. He's leaving. I spoke with him this morning. We're contemplating our landing spots. At this moment, it's Boston, LA. Those are our 2 front runners right now. Maybe a few sleepers here and there. We don't want to put that out just yet. But
so Kobe said something that was interesting. Like Kobe, Kobe did something that a lot of players don't do. He didn't say nothing bad, but he kind of did one of the President Obama moves. Like he said something subtle, nothing big. He didn't pull a Charles Barkley. It was just something subtle. He was like, they asked him, I guess, what LeBron has to do to win, and he said, ultimately, he's got to figure that out. And it's a true statement, and I thought it was a classy way to say it. But so, what do you think about that? You mentioned the Lakers? Like, you really think there's a real shot at LeBron going to the Lakers?
Yeah.
Wow.
It could happen. I'm not saying that's definitely not, but it could happen. I can see how it would work. You can get him and Paul George over there with Lonzo. You can ship out Ingram and Randall, get them off the books. Because they have space for 2 max players right now. I wouldn't send Chris Paul there. He's too injury prone. It defeats the purpose of going there. Him and Paul George could work. It's highly, highly unlikely. But if he could get Kevin Durant with him, they would win championships for the next few years.
Kevin Durant, LeBron James?
On the same team with Lonzo Ball? It sounds crazy, but it could work. Him and Boston could definitely work.
See, but my problem with that is though, that could mess around and be just like Batman and Superman, the movie, a horrible disappointment.
It could be
too big for it to be good, and it would be too much hype. That if they did anything not to live up to the hype, it would be horrible.
Yes, because they're wearing purple and gold, and there's so much rich history at the Lakers.
Yeah. Showtime
team,
Lakers to come behind Magic and Worthy, Magic and Kareem, Shaq and Kobe.
And then Magic being over the team in a sense right now, too. That's you're bringing all that attention on yourself at that point.
Wow.
Boston would be good, though.
Let me read the comment line. Lewis Tucker said, yeah, LeBron got swept in the finals, just like Jordan did in the first round. Oh, but I forgot, y'all burned that tape. But you call that leadership when Jordan does it, and when LeBron says something to the other guys, y'all jump on him for that. I don't know. I don't do that, Pat Tucker. When LeBron gets on the other guys, I think that's good. I never had a problem with Jordan jumping in Scotty's face. Scottie Pippen, as salty as he is in his older years, he need to forget. If it wasn't for Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, he'd probably be in the Hall of Fame.
But Jordan didn't do that in the beginning. No. What I mean is he didn't do it at the end. Like LeBron's 15 years in. Your brand is that you get along with everybody. You want to play with your teammates. You don't argue with anybody. Year 15, now you're cursing people out on the sideline. You're upset. You're punching stuff. Now it's just like, okay, so what's going on here?
Well, the problem
looks like you're whining from a visual standpoint.
I don't look at it as whining.
I know you don't understand. What I see on my timeline.
Legitimately being frustrated.
Yeah.
I mean, as
he should be.
Yeah. Yeah.
I work this hard and nobody else, y'all get checks and nobody can contribute anything.
Right.
I mean, what do you want? He's worked on his diet. I don't think anybody else in the league has worked on their diet and their calendar, their cardio as much as he has.
Yeah. I mean,
he's played every game.
Yeah. Did they say LeBron has one of them things that Michael Jordan had in his house?
Probably so.
One of them oxygen joints?
He takes it seriously. So he's one of those people that takes it like, you should be doing just as much as I'm doing.
He right.
Or at least close to it. If I'm doing all the work, why is everybody else getting paid? If it's just going to be me working, I should get all these checks too.
Yeah, because I heard some of them boys are getting $15 million and making huge mistakes.
Now he also has an issue with picking his friends to be on his team. You can't always do that. It's not about friendship at a certain point.
Wow.
Your friends getting $15, $16 million is preventing you from getting 2 other players at lesser pay that are better players.
Wow.
So some of this you hold responsibility yourself too.
Sir, very good perspective. And I appreciate you for being a balanced
Listen, I'm a realist.
fan.
I'm a huge LeBron fan, but
Shout out again to my good friend Pastor Lewis Tucker, who also said Jordan has never had to do that. I don't know exactly what Pastor Tucker was talking about because I'm looking at the comment lines and I'm reading some. I'm just kind of scrolling up. Jordan has. I'm not gonna say Jordan had to play and win with some subpar teams. I think he put together a team. But see, that's my thing. And I know you're a LeBron fan. My thing is, and I'm not trying to belabor the point or beat the whole Jordan drum, but and I am a Jordan fan. But I will say this: I just saw Michael Jordan build a team out of what he had. He had what he had, and then they added to it. He ain't leave and go to Boston. And I know it's a different time.
No, not even that. Who was Dan Gilbert trying to bring in? Now you gotta look at ownership too. LeBron, he doesn't pay the people. So if I ask for these pieces and you say no, well, like, what do you want me to do?
Well, I don't know. I'm not so versed on what the salary cap structure was back in the day, and they wasn't making. The boys wasn't getting paper like they get today. I mean, Jordan was getting huge money. I mean, but shoot, compared to what LeBron was getting, today. I mean,
yeah.
You know, I think Jordan his last year he got $20 million for like that 1 or 2 years, something like that. You know. Well, all I can say is this right here. That's talking about he played without help. Listen, the boys had an off season the same way LeBron had an off series too towards the end. And you said it yourself. You said LeBron gave up. You said it wasn't the hand. I agree with that.
It limited him, but it not to the point where it was like that. No, it was like he was frustrated. It's like, okay, I'm not playing for this team again, so let's go ahead and end this and move along.
Yeah, I mean, you can always tell. It's a way you can see stuff in people's eyes. I've seen comedians give up on stage. I'm like, oh, he done checked out. He dying, he bombing, but he don't even care no more. Yeah. Well, hey man. Again, make sure y'all watch the Walk-Ons radio show on Freethinkers Radio Network right here. That's coming up tonight. What time y'all coming on, Chris?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
Live.
Wow. Facebook Live, y'all. Make sure y'all when you get to the house, Take your phone with you, whether you eat dinner, whether you're in the bathroom. I know some of y'all watching on the toilet. Some of y'all watching on the toilet right now. Shout out to everybody who watching on the toilet. Wash your hands, please. Alcohol your phone down, nasty jokers. But anyway, no matter where you watch the show at tonight, make sure you watch and listen to the Walk-Ons radio show with Chris and the whole crew. Who all gonna be on the show tonight, man?
Me, got my man Marcus. We got Robbie. He's got some information for some good stuff for you. Who else we got? We got Brandon tonight. We got a call with Tremaine. We got a lot of people on here tonight. It's gonna be some good stuff. We're gonna have a lot of arguing, a lot of yelling. A lot of yelling.
I'm sure gonna be passionate tonight.
Oh yes,
yeah,
definitely.
What you know, just in honor of LeBron and honor of the Cavs and in honor of your black attire and black shades, a moment of silence for the Cavs. I'm sorry. That was uncalled for. Hey family, next week on the Grown Man Podcast, me and my dude Jeremy Harriet, we're talking about our all-time favorite movies. And what I want y'all to do is, I want y'all to post to my Facebook page what your all-time favorite movies are. Now, we're just gonna be talking about the movies. You know, I'm a huge movie fan. I'm a film connoisseur. I consider myself to be. Of course, I'm in the film making business, so I need to be a little bit versed on it. But more than anything, I love movies. I love the art form and the way movies affect culture. So that's next. We talk about that with Jeremy Harriet, the host of the Man Brain Podcast, one of the hosts of the Man Brain Podcast, which is on iTunes and Apple Music and other various podcast platforms. That's next week. All-time favorite movies, and we'll be talking about ours, his, and mine. Then we got a special show coming up on the way that music, movies, and entertainment frame and affect African-American culture and the African-American household. Now, I'm going to tell you, that show right there, we're going a little bit deep. I'm probably going to take some people off, but I cannot tell you how much I don't care. That's coming up in the coming weeks. Man, it's summertime, y'all. Kids out of school. Yep, yeah, it is. So make sure y'all continue to watch and listen to the Grown Man Podcast. Keep it right here on the Freethinkers Radio Network. If you haven't got the Freethinkers app, put the app on your phone, man. Put it on your phone. Like, stop right now. Go to the App Store on your phone and download the Freethinkers Radio app. It's free. Log on to freethinkersradio.com. Either way, make sure y'all keep it right here. I'm Akintunde. You want to get at me, I'm at akintunde.net. That's AKINTUNDE.net. I got to put that on the screen because I'm saying it every week and I'll have it on the screen. And then I'm comedian Akintunde on Facebook and on Instagram. I'm Ock Labs on Twitter. I'm Eunice's husband, Deja Kalia, Ox Jr., and Jaleel and Elijah's father. I'm Cheryl's oldest son. Hey, family, I had a ball with y'all. Until next week, family, this is the Grown Man Podcast, and I'm going to see y'all when I see y'all. Peace.